Now, we all know that Jeremy from Financial Education has become more bullish on plant stock companies in the last year or so. And we do know that he has stated that plant-based companies will be the next big thing in this coming decade. And for the longest time, his big focus has been on Tattooed Chef, TTCF. But as of late, he has been more bullish on Oatly and now even when it comes to Beyond Meat. So let's just take a quick look at what he actually says about Beyond Meat today and Tattooed Chef. And I'll just comment on some of these things. Now, if you're new on the channel, welcome. If you're not, then welcome back. And before, as always, I would appreciate an early thumbs up to help spread the video to more people out there. And if you want more videos, more updates, at least 5 days a week, if not more, and some interviews on plant-based companies like Beyond Meat, Tattooed Chef, Oatly, the very good food company, to name a few, then subscribe and don't forget that bell button. And guys, if you want to be part of my free Discord channel, take a look down in the description where we constantly talk about these companies and where I provide you with morning briefings 5 days a week. All right, guys. Thanks a lot.
Beyond Meat and Tattooed Chef. So Beyond Meat, they reported their last bad quarter last night, essentially. And, 2021 was just a horrible year for Beyond Meat. But 22 is going to shape up to be a very good year for Beyond Meat. And I actually expected the stock to be a beast over the next 12 months. They're setting their numbers up really good. I think Q1 is going to be incredibly strong.
Now, I do hope that Jeremy is right about Q1 as well. And it could be that the company will sell quite well then, considering the partnerships that has started in the Q1 like McDonald's, KFC. But the issue here could be, yes, revenue might be on the top line, could be good, but the margins will probably be bad anyhow in Q1. Because if we take a look at the transcript from the conference call, here we have Phil, who's the CFO. This is what he states about Q1. Quote, "We expect flat to modest net revenue growth in Q1, accelerating through the year, primarily due to newly secured distribution expansion in the US retail, new product launches, acceleration in international markets. As a result, EU price resets and extended shelf life driving incremental distribution as well as growth in China. Anticipated limited time offerings at QCR customers and as we lap easier comparison periods in the back half of the year." So in my perspective, it is important to keep a nuanced perspective. Yes, top line could be going good, but it doesn't mean that the margins will be doing well as of yet. But it did state in the conference call, though, that as the first half year has moved on, then we could expect the margins to become better and better.
And I think all throughout the year, the numbers are going to get stronger, actually, as the year goes throughout for Beyond Meat. And I think that stock sets up in a beautiful position for 22 and beyond.
But that part, yes, if we are to listen to Ethan Brown, the CEO of Beyond Meat, 2022 is the year of execution. They basically put out all the chess pieces on the board now during 2021 and the years before. They put efforts into investing, reinvesting, put an effort into R&D. Now they're ready to make money. So hopefully now is the year where we are going to see the fruits of all our hard labor. Well, that's my hope anyways. Guys, let me know down in the comments. Do you think this is the year of execution for Beyond Meat and maybe for Tattooed Chef as well?
So this one I'm looking at, right? It fell big today, and it actually brought down the chef as well, because some of the numbers weren't what folks were looking for, which, it isn't a surprise to me. Like the 2021 is just a disaster year for Beyond Meat. So of course their Q4 was going to be a disaster. From here on, now the comps are so easy and they have so many revenue growth opportunities over this next year or so. Like, Beyond Meat's going to smash it. But, it pulled down the chef today, 5.9%. Now, there's good news and there's bad news with that, right? So first off, the bad news is like, people are looking at it like, what the hell, man? Freaking chef has to go down because stupid Beyond Meat goes down? Well, yeah, okay. So that looks bad news for today. But imagine as Beyond Meat starts to beast mode, which I think is going to do over the next 12, 18, 24 months. As that stock starts to rise and have great green days, and all of a sudden Beyond Meat has a 9% upward move and a 15% upward move, and as that stock starts to move in the right direction, Guess what's also going to happen? It's going to pull the chef with it. So you can't have it. You can't have it both ways, right? You can't have it where it's like it doesn't. It only affects it on the upside and doesn't affect on the downside. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah, I totally agree here with Jeremy. Of course, Beyond Meat is the industry leader, and whatever moves happens to them will have a ripple down effect on other companies that do sell similar things or are in the same sector. I mean, look at Tesla. Other EV companies tend to follow suit on whatever happens to Tesla.
And the really good thing with this is I want to see these stocks starting to move a little more as baskets. That would show, and I think actually this is going to happen in the next 12, 24 months, okay? I think there's going to be ETFs and things like that even created just around the plant-based food movement and all the innovation there. And I think they're going to group stocks like Beyond Meat, TTCF OTLY, and those other stocks together. A lot of these companies just went public in the last few years. And I see that as being a big opportunity where folks that want to play the plant-based food space but don't want to specifically pick individual stocks end up investing in that. And a lot of institutions and funds end up doing that rather than saying, I think this company might be the big winner and this one might not.
Well, I guess Jeremy didn't watch my interview with the CEO of VegTech, Elizabeth Alfano, because now in January, there is a vegan ETF that just started. Ticker symbol EATV in the New York Stock Exchange. Here, the fund data and pricing is about $3.5 million only as of yet. It's quite new, right? But it's been doing quite okay given the volatility of the market. Obviously, all the companies in the portfolio will balance each other out. But the top holdings here, guys, you can see 8% is Celsius Holding. And then we have Oatly here at 4.86% and Beyond Meat at 4.13% here, only about 142,000. And Oatly is around 168,000. Now you might wonder if the chef is in here, Tattoo Chef. Well, obviously it's not vegan, so it's not. And guys, if you haven't seen my interview with Elizabeth Alfano, the CEO, then take a look up in the right corner. And we also talked about this in a former video like a month ago, that ARK Invest has a new transparency ETF, a fund, where you can actually find Beyond Meat. It actually used to be really high up here in the fund because basically it's almost weighted the same, around 1%. But because Beyond Meat has actually dropped a lot, it's down now to 0.82%. It's at the 87th place of 100. And it's also around $145,000. So it's a small sum, but the hope is that we will soon see Beyond Meat and other plant-based companies in the larger ARK funds, because if they've already opened up their eyes to Beyond Meat, they might take a look in the whole industry sector with time, especially given the current valuations. So basically what Jeremy is saying here, like I have said since I started this channel, that if you want to make money in plant-based companies, you have to be in it for the long term. Like Tesla a few years back, Beyond Meat, Tattoo Chef, Oatly have basically these years been focusing on planting those seeds, no pun intended. And hopefully in the next 1 to 2 years, we will see the fruit of that labor and start actually seeing those stocks flying up. So basically, guys, the prices on these stocks, several R stocks here, are basically a steal right now. Sure, there's probably a chance that we could see them bleed more, but timing the market is dangerous, as you know. But it's up to you how you want to handle this. But right now, you can see things are actually looking up. Today, Baby F is up 12%, Beyond 5.3%, Oatly about 0.5%, Tattoo Chef 2%, and VGFC 5% here. But look again at the 52-week range, right? I mean, where they're at right now. Look at Beyond Meat here, guys. It's around $47, and 52 weeks ago, it was up at $160. And then we have Oatly, $6.75 today. 52 weeks ago, well, it was back in May, June, $29. TTCF here is down to $11.84 and $25.35 in the 52-week range there. So amazing prices today, but it's up to you how to handle this, of course. All right, guys, that was it for today. I truly hope you got a lot of value from today's video. And if you did, make sure to smash that like button. And feel free to become part of the channel to subscribe, and don't forget that bell button if you want to be updated regularly. And again, if you want to be part of our free Discord channel, take a look in the description. And remember, this was not financial advice. These are just my own thoughts and opinions. It's important to do your own due diligence. Hope to see you tomorrow, and peace out.